started my first business in 1986, and it's 2025 now. That's a good while ago, to put it mildly. I was very young, I was 23, and I had done a degree in commerce, a BCom degree in UCD, and I had a certain grasp of certain business principles, things like marketing and behavioural science and economics, business law and so on, which we would have covered in UCD as part of my degree course, which were all very, very useful. But as the years, and I started, as I say, in my first business in 1986, and I've been involved in a number of businesses since then, and down through the years I have learned that some of the things I learned in the BCom in UCD back in the early 80s served me well, and some of the things were of absolutely no benefit whatsoever. But there are two soft skills that down through the years, through my involvement in various businesses and involvement more especially with employing people, two soft skills that I have recognised or come to recognise as of vital significance, vital importance for any person trying to run their own business or start their own business or take their own business to the next level. They might have a business already and they're looking to progress and, to use the well-worn phrase, take it to the next level. There's two soft skills that I've come to appreciate. The first one is the ability to, and the importance of being able to manage people, manage employees, manage staff, manage your human resources. And they are genuinely human resources, with the emphasis on resources. But it was only as the years progressed and evolved that I've come to learn the extent to which a person's business is so entirely dependent upon the human capital that they employ. And I've noticed this down through the years in the most successful companies, but I've also noticed it as well with the most successful people in the area of sports. People like Willie Mullins, the National Hunt racehorse trainer, Aidan O'Brien, the flat racehorse trainer, Jim Gavin, the former Dublin GAA football manager. These people I have observed closely and how they recognise, how they deal with their staff, how they manage their staff, and obviously in Jim Gavin's case, manage the team or panel members as opposed to staff. I mean, clearly they're not staff. But the recognition that those people place on the importance of having happy staff, motivated staff, staff organised, well, and most importantly recognised for the contribution that they make. Those sort of skills, that sort of awareness, that sort of perspicacity, that sort of observational skills and recognition of how vitally important the people in any organisation are. That is something that I have gradually, down through the years, recognised very, very, as being very, very significant. I'm not saying that I'm a great people manager or anything. I am saying it's a skill that is absolutely vital. And as I say, if you have a small business, or you want to start a small business, or you want to grow your business, then don't overlook your human resources. Don't overlook the people on whom you depend, people who will be interfacing with your customers and clients and so on, people who might be looking after your racehorses, or people who will be looking after your clients, your customers, and dealing with difficult customers, dealing with difficult clients, dealing with queries and so on, and people then who have their own difficulties in their everyday life. You need to recognise these things, and that is the number one, or one of the two soft skills that I would recognise now that I wouldn't have been very strong on when I first graduated from UCD with BCom and first started the business. It's better to learn these things late than never, and that's where I'm at now. I'm not saying, as I say, I'm a great people manager, not by any stretch of the imagination, but this is what I've learned. That's the first thing. The second soft skill, and I didn't really learn this in UCD either doing the BCom, the second soft skill that is of vital importance for any business, for anybody looking to grow a business, for any entrepreneur, is communication. The ability to communicate. The ability to communicate with people like I am now in this video. You don't have to use video. There are many, many ways of communicating, but the ability to communicate and the vital significance, the vital importance of being able to communicate well with your staff, with your customers, with your clients, with your potential clients, with people making inquiries, with people giving out, with your suppliers, with banks, with lenders, with potential investors. Your ability to communicate is an absolutely vital skill, and one I think that I wouldn't have learned as part of my degree program back in UCD back in the day, but which I have learned through experience down through the years, being involved in different businesses and so on, and in different scenarios. But the ability to communicate, I would define as not so much engaging in flowery rhetoric or oratory or having stunning oratorical skills or rhetorical skills. That's not communication. Communication is being able to engage with a person, and having engaged with them, they're more likely to do for you what you want them to do. And whether that's to pick up the phone, to call you, or to request a quotation, or whatever it is. It could be looking after a horse, looking after a football team or whatever, but the ability to communicate and communicate well, and the problems that arise from poor communication or no communication, those problems are rife in Irish business, in business everywhere, because a lot of people don't recognise the true value and true significance of being in good communication with other people, especially your staff, but also your customers and potential clients. But also people don't recognise the vital skill, the vital significance of being a decent communicator. So they're two soft skills that I have learned down through the years in various businesses, through trial and error, through observation, through learning, through making mistakes and moving on and picking myself up and recognizing mistakes and learning to do things a little bit better every time. But they're two soft skills that I would never have learnt in UCD when I was doing the BCom, but which I have picked up down through the years. And as I say, if you want to start a business or run a business or improve your business, then look at those two skills. Don't overlook them, because they're of vital importance and significance. Hope you liked the video. If you do, I'd appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are, just hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks a lot.